Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, Will Ospreay finally addresses Triple H's running from the grind comments.
We might finally be getting another Evolution pay-per-view.
WCW is back in YouTube form.
And the latest Hall of Fame inductees have been revealed. I'm Adam Wilborn.
I am Andrew Murray.
And this is the news.
All right, let's talk about Will Ospreay, man. He had an interview yesterday that went out with Chris Van Vliet, Insight. Lots of really good stuff coming out of that one. He gave his Nando's order. No, I think he did that on Twitter afterwards. He said some interesting things across the board yesterday in the sphere of media. Bill Ospreay. Did you see his Nando's order, by the way?
I didn't see this.
2 butterfly chicken breasts, mash, and peri chips. If you don't like mash, swap that for corn.
Okay.
Get some Pyrenees and get the bottomless drink. Ooh. Not bad, not bad.
I'd add a bit of pitta in there, a bit of hummus maybe.
Oh, the hummus is good with the little chili oil. Nando's rocks. The American mind cannot comprehend. Although I think there's one in Chicago, actually.
Oh, do they not have it?
Yeah, there's maybe like 2 or 3.
Okay.
It's not like Buc-ee's.
It's all right. We'll trade with them. We've got a Hooters coming in Newcastle. It's not arrived already, apparently.
They just gone bankrupt as well.
Yeah, I don't know how that works either,
You
mate.
can't make this up. Hooters went bankrupt and then opened a shop in Newcastle. What? This'll save the business. Anyway, Will Ospreay.
Yes.
Hooters food, by the way, is absolutely brutal. It's awful. I've been twice. Terrible.
Yeah, don't believe anyone who says, I go to Hooters for the food.
Yeah, actually, I really like the chicken wings. Come on, guy. What are you doing? What are we doing? Will Ospreay!
Oh, yeah.
Triple H, Will Ospreay. Remember last year on the Pat McAfee show? Triple H made a comment. It was along the lines of, if you're not here for the grind, we don't want you. Something along those lines.
He might as well say, if you're not here for the grind, we don't want you. Will.
Yeah, he was basically alluding to Will Ospreay signing for another company. Ospreay had joined AEW, formally, like it was all finalized last year, of course. Ospreay did respond to this on Dynamite, like with a very fiery promo the week after, where he was like, how many people got their job grinding on the boss's daughter or something along those lines. But he's spoken about it in a bit more in depth, and actually this is a very measured and fair response from him. Speaking with Chris Van Vliet, shout out to Chris. Good interview, as always.
Yeah.
Here's what Will said. There's quite a lot here, but I'm just going to read it to you.
In the voice, or?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to do an Essex accent.
All right, bruv.
All right, bruv. Oi, oi!
That's how he started.
It's not bad. Yeah, that's it. He said, so, when he was kind of pondering if Triple H was talking about him when he said that, Will Ospreay said, he was. I've got people that I won't throw under the bus saying, yeah, it was about me. I'm not taking it personally like, oh, that hurts my feelings. It's just kind of like, all right, you take a jab at me, I'll take one back. There's nothing horrible about it. I don't hate the guy. I've never met him. How can I hate somebody that I've never met? Chris asked if he'd ever talked to Triple H. He said, no, I've never spoken to him. I got an agency that talks to everyone. I've told everyone about my situation and why I want to remain in the UK, which is why that kind of hurt me a little bit, but not to the point where it keeps me up at night. I was like, okay, you took a jab at me, I'll take one back. That's it, we're done. Then someone was at this show that I was doing stuff for Pro Wrestling Eve, and they do this thing called the Multiverse Rumble. If you saw this.
Oh, I did, yeah.
He entered as Triple H the other week.
Good stuff.
Everybody dresses up as characters, and somebody dresses up as Triple H. I walked in there and I looked. I went, I've got to do it now, haven't I?
Yeah.
I've got to do it. Chris asked, why did you have to do it? Will said, because it's funny.
best possible answer you could give that.
Funny. And if anyone doesn't think it's funny, then I can't tell you what your humor is, but my humor is, this is hilarious, I'm going to do it. Yeah, so I think it's fair, right? If someone takes a jab at you, I can't really... Yeah, it's good to be the bigger man sometimes, right? And just go, whatever. But I also can't really hate you for clapping back. Like, you know, it is what it is. And it was in a public forum as well. Like, it was on Pat McAfee's show, which is watched by loads of people. It's extremely popular. Everyone heard it. Everyone in wrestling heard it. It's just, I think it's fair game. And I doubt very highly that Triple H watched that. He'll have seen the clip.
Definitely.
I doubt very highly that Triple H watched Will Ospreay entering as him doing a pedigree and went, "Oh, I'm fuming now."
Yeah.
And he probably went, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, exactly. We talk a lot about wrestling beefs on this, and this feels like the most kind of light-hearted one, doesn't it? Like, we all know why Triple H said what he did. He doesn't dislike Will Ospreay. I mean, WWE have been trying to sign him for years now. I still remember Paul Heyman giving him a contract on that Inside the Ropes thing.
Oh boy, that was doing weird. Yeah.
Like, who wouldn't want Will Ospreay in their promotion? But understandably, like you said, I think it was a better move for him to move to AEW for a multitude of reasons, but in particular, as he mentioned,
personal stuff,
the ability to stay at home. Look, long-term, will Ospreay be in the WWE? Probably. Like, this is the nature of the business that we're in right now. So I doubt Triple H will be like, right, that's it. I don't want one of the most talented wrestlers in the world anymore. He was just a jilted person, a bit like the person who goes, didn't fancy her anyway, so she's ugly. Like, that's all it was. And fair play to Will for firing back as he did on AEW. And then, that spot in that match, completely harmless. Yeah. It's just fun. Like, I wish more people would take themselves less seriously like that and just like, well, I have to do this funny.
Yeah, and the aspect of this as well is that Triple H was punching down, right? Like, Triple H is a higher profile person with more power in the wrestling business than Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay is a tremendous pro wrestler, but Triple H is a power player in the biggest company in the world. So he was punching down with his original thing, which means that, if you're aiming downwards, it's kind of bullying to an extent. I think that you don't need to get annoyed at Will.
No.
You don't need to be annoyed at Will. And I think, look, if I was Triple H and I hadn't been able to sign him, I'd be annoyed too, because he's really great. I would want to sign everyone if I was the Fed, because they got unlimited funds, basically. So yeah, I get it. Like, I found this whole situation quite fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that the Rumble appearance was a nice light-hearted thing. Like, am I saying that Triple H should now go out and do an Oscutter on Raw?
Yes.
No, probably, because it probably wouldn't do his health much good.
Give it to someone like Cena or something. Remember his springboard stunner?
Yeah, it was so good. I love it when Indie Cena comes out, man. I'm going to do a Code Red just for the hell of it.
I'm so excited. You see, teased Doctor of Thugonomics on Instagram.
Yeah, I did. He's apparently not going to speak until the Glasgow show.
Wow.
Which is in a couple of weeks, so we'll see. We'll see. I did enjoy the fake wrestle votes.
I saw the Wessel votes thing,
Wessel votes.
That saw me down the river again.
Yeah, every time I see it, I'm like, oh god! And then the story is something ridiculous, like Triple H is slowly transforming into a capybara. Yeah. I'm like, what? And then
can't believe it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's an element of truth to it though. I think I could see him getting a very tight haircut. Yeah. In terms of, or embracing the bald spot, as you said, is the most heelish move of all.
Yeah, lean into it, John. Lean into it.
But fair play to Will Ospreay. I will say from personal experience, he's a lazy git when it comes to WCPW. But you threaten to attack me online, Will, and I'll expose all your secrets. Joking, of course. He's mint and
he's really lazy in the ring. I don't think he puts enough effort in.
Yeah. Pull your finger out, mate. Come on, you're on telly.
He had some pretty fun comments as well, talking about the Bully Ray, or was it Dave LaGreca? I can't remember which one of them said 5-star matches don't draw.
Bully Ray,
don't make money. And Will was like, well, I paid for my mum's house and my dad's kitchen, brother, so,
Doing all right for himself.
Yeah, it's just different flavors of pro wrestling. There's something for everyone.
I do remember when someone said, like, oh, if you could hit anyone at WhatCulture, who would it be? And he was like, Wilborn. I was like, what have I
done? He's had a go at me on Twitter before as well, Will.
Yeah.
Back in his heel days.
I remember that,
Yeah, I said, hope Shingo Takagi lariats him in the face or something. So they were having a G1 Climax final, and he was like, you're going to make a little news video about it in your mum's basement. And I was like, brother, I left home at 17. Yeah. It was fun, though. It was a good time. It was a good time.
And if you're looking to attack me, Will, take a number, mate.
Yeah.
Right, let's move over to WWE, though, and some very exciting news around Evolution. People have been crying about this for a long time and asking when it was going to be happening, and understandably so. The first one was mid back in 2018, of course. But now a report coming via bodyslam.net reveals that we could be getting an Evolution pay-per-view. This was on their Discord via Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
A good name. Who writes, WWE is looking to host an Evolution PLE in the near future. Everything on the schedule is still tentative, but it's currently set for 7/5, which is either the 7th of May or the 5th of July at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. We will share more updates as things get confirmed. Stay tuned. Really exciting this. Yeah. I know, obviously, people talk about this all the time, especially when it comes to WWE doing their Saudi shows and it being a bit like, come on, guys, let's do the other side of this, especially as well with the women's division that WWE has got across Raw, SmackDown, and in particular NXT right now. I'd love to see this, Andy.
Yeah, I don't see our counter argument.
No.
Really. Like, the roster today is stronger than it was for the original one. And for the original one, they obviously had like Ronda Rousey, big name. Nikki Bella came back, all that stuff. They could book Nikki again for this one if she wants to do it.
Trish just worked in Elimination Chamber, of course.
Boom, there you go. So but the core roster is strong enough to do it anyway. I mean, like, you got people like Jordan Grace and Stephanie Vaquera in developmental.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Like, they've got an embarrassment of riches. They could pull this off so easily. To me, it's like a no-brainer because the first one was so much fun and it had like such a nice vibe and a nice tone to it. Like, go for it. Let's do it, man. It's been too long.
You could even do an entire card of title matches. I mean, I don't think they will. Like you say, I think they'll factor in Legends into it as well. But you've got, 7 titles across Raw, SmackDown, and NXT now? So I'd love to see it. I really hope they do try and pull this off because it's just a flex in terms of how many talented women they've got, like you say.
Yeah, do it. Why not? Let's
Make it happen.
Why not do it once a year? Hell yeah. Like, it's great. The first one was so much fun. And I just don't see a reason not to, really.
Charlotte Flair wins all the titles.
Big Chaz, let's go. Cuts those promos. That promo the other week was so wild. Tiffy, wake up, Tiffy.
I'm really excited for this build to WrestleMania between those two.
She's being so, overwhelming. I'm really enjoying it.
The shift from, I'm coming back as a babyface to, well, guess I'm a heel.
Yeah. Tiffy, wake up, Tiffy. Tiffany has to sell for 5 minutes whilst Chaz is cutting this promo. It's so crazy. I'm into it. I like it, but I love the amount of anger that Charlotte Flair generates in people.
I don't get it, to be perfectly honest. She's class.
Yeah, it's fun, man.
Particularly as a heel, obviously.
She's a great heel. Best in class, I think. Right, let's talk about WCW's back.
Oh, yeah.
It's a YouTube channel, mate. So it's not a hoax or anything like that. So what we are seeing now is an expansion of WWE's content strategy with its tape library following the death of the WWE Network and the Peacock Archive. I think the Peacock Archive's dead. Americans,
never know, yeah.
Let us know, Americans. So obviously when the network went down here in the UK and in other countries, it was like, how am I going to watch all my oldies, man? How am I going to watch my WCW, my ECW, my Jim Crockett promotions, this guy right here? I'm still mad. But now what they're doing is they're changing strategy. They've got the WWE Vault YouTube channel, which is releasing a bunch of stuff. You get old pay-per-views, you get stuff we've never seen before, you get footage that Michael Hamflet really likes, where it's 4 minutes of Razor Ramon talking to a cameraman or something.
Didn't they release Joe and Cena as well from a random...
I think they did. Yeah. I think they did. They've put out another Omni show, which I'm excited to watch. Now they've released a WCW account. And this has about 25 different videos on it at launch. First episode of Nitro's on there, some episodes of Thunder, Clash of the Champions, some pay-per-views, some big matches, all kinds of things going forward. The description of... I can't speak. The description of the channel is, this is where the big boys play. WCW on YouTube is your destination for full matches, complete pay-per-views, full episodes of Nitro and Thunder, Clash of the Champions, and more. Good. Makes it accessible. Also, I'd rather have the network. I'd rather have everything at my finger. I will be mourning that loss for the rest of my life. At the same time, I'm probably more likely to watch something when it just randomly appears in my feed out of nowhere.
Me too.
It's just silver linings.
Yeah, the amount of times I would go on the network and just be like me when I'm on the Netflix menu, just like, oh, that looks good. Oh, we'll come back to that. Well, maybe I'll watch that one. And I'm there for half an hour and I just can't decide what to watch, like you say. Whereas now with them drip feeding it, chances are that I'll hopefully watch more of that sort of thing. There was a thing a while back, wasn't it, when it was like someone tried to start up a new WCW. I was like, I don't think you own that.
That was fake, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a press release and it was like, we are bringing back the historic promotion. It's like, people fell for it.
It also is nice in the modern era that when WWE releases WCW stuff, they no longer feel the need to be like, wasn't this crap? Good job we beat them in the Monday Night Wars, huh? We got it.
I mean,
you won. Congratulations.
Wait for the next documentary, whenever that'll be. There you go. It's fun. It does. If I have the pain in the ass aspect is if I have a specific event I want to watch. Say I want to watch Ric Flair Terry Funk 1989. I'm gonna have to go onto some dodgy Russian social media website. Everybody knows the real freaks know the one.
Yeah.
Where it's uploaded by some guy with a Kevin Owens avatar, and you sign up and they steal all your data, and suddenly
I miss the days of LimeWire and Kazaa. Yeah. I think I'm downloading what I want to watch, but who knows? Let's be honest.
All of the Puro stuff used to be on this Russian YouTube channel. It was called Our YouTube. It was awesome. But yeah, nefarious means aside, I'm glad this exists because it means it's more accessible.
Right, some very good news to end on today, Andy.
For me in particular.
Yes, the latest on the Hall of Fame, obviously we already know Triple H is going in, Michelle McCool recently announced, and the latest inductees have been apparently revealed, not 100% confirmed, but pretty much. It's going to be the Natural Disasters. Yes!
Yeah! Uncle Fred, baby!
This is, according to WrestleVotes, obviously made up of the late Earthquake, John Tenta, and Typhoon, Fred Ottman, Tugboat.
Yes, sir.
They held the tag titles back in 1992. They obviously eventually went their separate ways. You had Golga in the Oddity. Shout out to Ben Roy, he's editing this video. He's probably put up an image of him now because he loves it so much.
Yeah, right there he is.
I also like the way that this has been worded. Typhoon also went back to singles competition until his WWE run ended in August 1994. He retired in 2009. Right? How do we not mention he was the Shockmaster?
Yeah, he was the Shockmaster, brother.
Like that, if... Genuinely, I don't watch the Hall of Fame because our week in WrestleMania is just insane.
It's difficult.
I mean, we'll catch up on like the big events or whatever. If he comes out and falls through a wall, it's the greatest Hall of Fame speech I've ever seen.
He's very he's very self-aware.
Yes, that's good. Yeah.
Fred Ottman, he takes that helmet to conventions and stuff, and he's like, yeah, take a photo with it. Let's go. So he might do a bit. I don't know if he'll fall through a wall, but he might do something fun.
He'll do something. Yeah.
Yeah, he might take the helmet out and go.
Maybe he'll do the speech in the voice.
Yeah.
I want to piece of me.
You can pipe in some of the old Davey Boy Smith.
Yeah. I think you should do it as all the characters. You should keep going off and coming back on.
Yeah, why not? Tugboat.
Like, has a boat ever given a speech?
This is the thing. A boat has never pulled into the Harbour of Fame. And, I love the Natural Disasters. They were on the first show I ever watched, which is Royal Rumble 92. They were just two big boys who just ran into people. And when I was 5 years old, that was the coolest thing in the world. Obviously, John Tenta, rest in peace.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the most underrated, certainly one of the most underrated big guys in pro wrestling history, and Typhoon, Fred Ottman, just a lot of fun. They were such a fun pairing. The music as well, boom, boom, it was just incredible stuff. I love the Natural Disasters. I'm glad they're getting in. It's an old childhood favorite. It was basically when I was a kid, it was Roddy Piper, the Natural Disasters, and Jim Duggan, brother. That was me.
What a lineup.
Sorted. What a team. None of them were main eventers at the time. It was just like, these are my favorites. Yeah. These are my guys. It rocks. Good for
well
them.
Deserved.
Very happy.
Really happy for them.
Very happy.
We'll keep you updated on any more Hall of Fame announcements. Victoria? Not quite yet. Make it happen as and when they happen. But whilst you're waiting for that and the after news later on today, why not check out this video right here?
One story every year, the best one. Best one every year.
The best of the best.
No crap.
Bye.
Bye.